Hello guys. Hello guys. Let me know if I'm audible to you. Am I audible? Okay. We'll begin with today's lecture. Welcome to day 12th of Aries. We have uh, two questions aligned for the day. We'll be taking them one by one. The two questions for the day are first one is trapping rainwater problem, an interesting problem, yet a hard one. I tried it back in 2019 when I was in second year of my college. Trust me, this is one of the best problems I have ever solved in my life. One of the best problems, that is lead code 42. And the second problem which we are going to solve today is 532 lead code, that is K difference pairs in an array. Okay. So till this point of time we have covered. Let's wrap up that what things we have covered till this point of time. So first of all, starting from first, we have covered basics array. Then we have covered prefix sum approach. Correct. Then we have covered carry forward approach. Then we have covered difference array technique. Then we have covered sliding window, that too of two types. The first one is fixed size sliding window, the second one is variable size sliding window. The sixth type which we have covered till this point of time is uh, sliding window is done. Two pointers approach we have covered, and lot more. I think more than 10 techniques we have covered till this point of time, and we are here in day 12th. Couple of more videos will be there on arrays, and post then we'll be moving forward either to searching sorting techniques, that is one of the most important thing in DSA journey, or maybe a couple of more topics are left. We'll be going through that. So this was a summary. I'm aiming to cover at least 3 to 4 videos apart from 2D matrix. I want to cover 2D matrix alone. We'll be having different techniques to study 2D matrix. So till that point of time, have patience. We'll start for today's agenda, that is trapping rainwater technique. Not technique, that is some sort of question which I remember in from my college is one of the most toughest questions I have ever solved. So I'll start with this trapping rainwater problem. Over here in this question, they have given bars, arrays of bars or buildings, we can say arrays. The inputs are as bars. I'll explain through some examples, maybe that will help you to get it clear. So the array over here they have given is 0 1 0 2 1 0 1 3 2 Just one second, guys. 3, 2, 1, 2, 1. Okay, so this is the array they have given. So just consider them as a bar. I'll draw the pictures of them so that there is a clear mindset that what they are representing. So for the first 0th index, it is 0. For first index, the bar goes like this. Okay, for the first index, it is like this. This is the first, this is 0, this is first. This for second index, again it is 0. For third index, it is 2. So we'll go up to 2 bar. Okay, somewhat like this. Just forgive my drawing, it's like heck. uh, then it is going for 1 at fourth index, then again 0, then again 1 at fifth index, fourth, fifth, and sixth at 1. Then they are going for 3 unit of bar. Okay, and if you see 3, then they are going for 2 units, then they are going for 1 unit height, then they are going for just one second, let's expand our x-axis, guys. And then they have gone for this is 6, this is 7, 3, 8, 2, 9, 1, and then they are again going for 1, then they are going for 2 units, and then again they are going for 1 unit. Okay, that is 10th and that is 11th. Okay, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so we are done with the writing the example. So consider these all as buildings or bars, whatever you can. Okay, and are you not able to hear me, Aniket? Aniket, are you not able to hear me, or you want me to bit loud? You want me to be bit louder? Guys, are you having any problem in mic? Do I need to increase the sensitivity of mic, guys, or is it clear to you? Guys, do I need to increase the sensitivity for mic? Actually, it was too much, so that's why. Is it loud and clear to you? Is it loud and clear to you? Loud and clear. Okay. Okay. Okay, guys. Okay. So for here, just imagine. So how you can store? Like, have you seen, guys, bucket? Have you ever seen bucket? So how bucket is there? Like, bucket is also a 2 bars. So bucket is also consider the bucket as 2 bars, and then water is filled inside it like this, right? So have you seen bucket? So bucket is like this only. They are having some bars. They are having some height, and within that height, some water is getting saved. Some water is getting stored, right? So consider buckets like these two. This can be also one bucket where you can store waters up to here. Why up to here? Because if the water will come over this side, it will fall out of the container. So if you carefully observe over here, if this is of height 5 and this is of height 3, so water will be stored till height 3 only. Is this making sense to you, guys? That water will be stored up to height 3 only. It can't go above the height 3 because it will spill out of the water. It will spill out of the bucket, right? So we can only store water in between 2 bars up to the minimum of both the bars. Is this statement clear to you, guys? This particular portion, that you can store only water up to minimum. If you have to store water between 2 bars, Okay, then you can only store up to the minimum of minimum between both the bars. Yes or no? This statement, I hope it makes sense to you guys. Okay, so have you seen a gardener? They are having a bucket of different the buckets. There are two bars in that particular bucket. Just get it as a bar. Consider it in the two dimension. Don't consider it in three dimension. So they are having different sizes of like buckets. For the first one is of like x height, and then the other bar will be of like x by 2 height or something like that, so that they can pour the water into the plant easily. So now here comes the basic logic. Okay, so what question says is, over here uh, there is no there is no bar in the left of 0, so water won't be stored over here. Okay, but water will be stored in these between two bars. So what amount of waters will be stored in these between two bars? In between these bars, only one amount, like we are considering 1 unit of water. Okay, over here they are considering it as a unit. So it will be able to store 1 unit, because the height of this bar is 1. So the height of the minimum, only because in between these two bars water can only be stored up to the height of minimum between both of the bars. So it will be having only 1 unit of water. Over here, if you see, this will be the complete storation, right? Storing of the waters. So over here over here, if you carefully observe, so in this particular diagram, in this particular portion, if you carefully observe, so this is the maximum height of the bar, that is 7. This is the minimum height of the bar. Okay, that is 3. No, not 7, that is 3, that is, and it is 2. So water will be stored till this point. Okay, is this particular statement making clear to you guys? Is this particular statement making sense to you guys? Over here, if you see, so this is the 1 unit of water also will be get stored to the one unit of water will also get stored over here, guys. And if you observe, we can't store water over here because there is no like side boundary. The water will spill out. Okay, so the total amount of water in units stored in these bars will be over here 1, and over here 4 units, and over here 1. The question is asking, what is the total amount of water stored? That is 6. So is the dry run clear to you guys? That okay, what is the question asking? What is the input given? The input is given in such a way that you are given an array of integers, and that integers corresponds to the bar. In between those bars, some water will be stored, and we have to calculate the amount of water, whatever water that can be stored in the given bar. So is the question dry run, not dry run? Is the question and input, output, everything clear to you guys?
Siri here. Let me know if I can help.
Sorry guys, sorry for the disturbance. Yes. So is question making sense to you guys? Guys, come on, respond so that I can move ahead with the question. Clear? Guys, couple of more responses. Maybe meanwhile I'll be increasing the little bit more volume, because Aniket is having some trouble with the sensitivity. Now it is loud and clear, Aniket, to you. Okay. Okay, so a couple of more responses, guys. Whosoever is watching, just quickly interact, so that like I can also just explain and move ahead. If you are not interacting, then it is easier for me to like move ahead every single time. Okay, so let's move. So as we discussed over here, water can only be stored in water can only get the height of the minimum bar present between both the bars. Okay. Okay, great. So our aim, what is our aim? So our aim is to calculate the total amount of water. So let's go step by step. Okay. So we'll calculate. What we can do is, we'll go step by step. So what we can do from here, we'll see that okay, over here for this we can't store anything. For this, can we do anything? For this first index, no, we can't. But for second index, since we have the maximum as 1 over here in the left max is as 1, I'll write left max for, I'm writing for second indexes over here. Okay, just to explain you guys, left max is 1 and right max, what is the right max guys? Right max can be 3. Great, right max can be 3, but you can also ask that okay, in the maximum right max is like not 3, sorry, my bad. Just hold on guys, just hold on. I have written the index and I am counting it as water height. Right max is 2 over here, but it can also be 3 which is at index 7. Yes or no? But it won't make any sense, like even if you take 2 or even if you take 3, as 1 is smaller than both of them, so the amount of water which will be stored at index 2 is like we okay, so why I am calculating max over here, I'll speak on that. So we are trying to get the 2 bars, so that we can calculate the water in between those 2 bars. So first bar over here in the left is 1 only, but I am trying to see what maximum I can get. So there is 2, so at index 3rd there is 2 units of bar, and at index 7 the bar height is 3, right? So we can consider any one of it, no problem. Like we'll be considering 3 only, because as it will be easier for all calculation and it will be easier to write the code for the same. We can calculate 3 even, there is no problem. So 3 is the highest over here from in the right. If you see, after this, I'll change the color. After this index 2, whatever bar is there, among that what is the highest? 3 is highest. So we'll calculate minimum of both, L max, and we'll consider minimum of both. What are these? L max and R max. So that is minimum is 1. Okay, now over here the minimum is coming as 1 and the height of that tower or bar is 0 over here. So we are just subtracting height, that height at index, so that is 0. So 1 minus 0, the resultant water will be 1. I'll give one more example that will make more sense to you. So over 3 at index 3 there is nothing, because we can't store any water over here. We'll go one by one. I'll explain why we are not able to store at index 3. We can usually see in the diagram, but I'll explain with the follow-up code. At index 4, what amount of water can be stored? Just pay attention to this particular index 4, rest everything will be clear to you. So what is the L max over here is guys? L max over here, L max is anything, whatever maximum in the left of that particular index, whatever is the maximum height of the bar, so that is 3. What is R max guys? R max, not 3, sorry, again I am making mistake, it is 2 only, and R max is 3, right? R max is 3. So what is the difference between, like which one will be considering? We will be considering the minimum of it. So minimum is 2. 2 minus what is the height of that particular index, that is 1. So that is also 1. So if you carefully observe, at index 4 we are able to store 1 unit of water. Is it making sense, guys? Is this formula or is this approach making sense to you guys? That maximum in the left is 3 2 over here, and maximum in the right is 3. So what is the difference between both of them? What is the minimum between both of them? That is 2. So we have taken 2, and then we are subtracting what is the height of that particular index, that is 1. It is 1. So it will be able to store only 1 unit of water. Let's go on index 5th. I am calculating for index 5th now, guys. Just hold on. So if you calculate for index 5th, what will happen? Index 5. Index 5, L max is but obvious 2, R max is but obvious 3. So minimum of both is 2. Minimum of both is 2, and the height at that index is 0. So total amount of water will be 2. Are you able to see that? Okay, over here at 5th index we are able to store 2 units of water, yes or no? Similarly you can calculate for this, similarly you can calculate for this, and similarly you will be able to calculate for this, everything. Let's calculate at these indexes. If you calculate for index 3, so what is the maximum in the left of it? So maximum is 1. What is the minimum in the what is the maximum in the right of it? What is the what is the maximum in the right of it? That is 3. So minimum of both of them is 1. So already 1 unit of water can be maximum stored, and the height itself is 2. Are we able to subtract 1 minus 2? No, because it is saying that the water will spill off. So we will go one by one, we will write the code for the same. Is this dry run making sense to you guys? Is this dry run making sense to you guys? Are you able to get the dry run, guys? Or you want me to explain this towers again? Maybe you might be confused with this towers, but just with the picture representation you are able to see that we can't store water over here. If you are still confused with the code, I'll explain you more. But are you able to get the complete dry run of it? I'll also try to code this in front of you, no problem. Guys, come on, respond. Are just let me know. Are you clear with the approach? Are you clear with the dry run? Come on, guys. Only Aniket is replying. Whosoever is there in the class, guys, quickly. Okay, a couple of more yeses and I'll move forward to code it, guys, in front of you. Okay, so let's without wasting our time, we are going to solve this question quickly, and let's do it. Okay, one more thing. Do you want me to code, or do you want me to teach you the next question? Because this question is now, this question with this explanation should be easy to you guys, because I'm not going to spoon feed to you, but yet I can code it in front of you, no problem. As this question is like on a harder side, it's the lead code sheet for this question is hard, so maybe I can code if you want, or I can skip it too, because I know that you guys are capable of doing it. Come on, guys, let's vote quickly. Okay, let's do one thing for the sake of everyone. I'll code it. I'll share my screen and we'll quickly code it. Okay, let's check that how we are able to do it. Okay. Okay guys, are you able to see my screen? Ah yes, come on, let's go and code it quickly. So if we see, first we can calculate the, we'll follow all the coding practices. We'll calculate the height of that particular, not length of that particular array, what is the size of that particular array, and then we'll calculate, then we'll make two arrays. We'll further optimize it too in the upcoming classes or upcoming session, but for now I'll be going with Lmax. We'll name it as Lmax, and height is as n int Rmax, and again the size will be of n. These are the two like maximum arrays we have calculated, so that we can get everything prepared for ourselves. This is just like something kind of prefix sum approach, but like we are just storing maximum from 0th to I minus 1, or we can even take 0th to I. That won't make any sense. Trust me, 0th to I will also not make any sense. If you take 0 to I, just figure out that why it won't make any sense. If we take maximum till from for index I, if you are calculating L max, if you are calculating the left max, then up to index I also we can calculate, and same goes for R max too, from n minus 1 to that index. Okay, so we'll write the code quickly. So L max of 0 will be simply height of 0, right? And we'll calculate, we'll fill the Lmax, we'll fill the array, and that will be, so Lmax of I will be math dot max of Lmax of I minus 1 comma height of I. Okay, so this was the first part, filling the Lmax part. Now we'll be calculating it for Rmax. So I'll go Rmax of n minus 1 is equals to height of n minus 1, and we'll be filling the I equals to n minus 2, I is greater than equal to 0. We are filling from right guys. So we'll first fill n minus 1th index, and then we'll come to n minus 2 up to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and 0th index, because we are calculating the maximum from right in order to get the rightmost bar, and we have calculated Lmax in order to get the leftmost bar. Okay, yes, height of 0, Lmax of 0, yes, that will be there, I minus minus, and again if we go and yes, correct, good one guys, you guys are spotting my mistakes. I equals to math dot max of R max of I plus 1 comma height of I. So these two arrays we have calculated, as simple as that. Now we need to calculate the sum of all the arrays. It's a very simple problem guys. If you have the logic, if you are able to think for like unit of things, like what unit of water it will be able to store, that particular index will able to store, then it's it's very easy to solve. for int I equals to 0 I less than for int I equals to 0 I less than and I plus plus. Okay, what we need to do? So we are calculating math dot, I'll save everything, don't worry. Math dot min of Lmax at what? I, comma Rmax of I, है ना, and then we are subtracting height of I. So this is our whole thing which is contributing to sum every single time for every tower. Yes or no, guys? And then if we can add it for every tower, like for this it will be calculated and will be added, for this it will be calculated and this will be added. Just return sum. Let's check if this code runs or not and what mistakes we have done in syntactically, what mistakes we have done. So it is saying okay, I have forgotten to write int over here, and like few more errors it is saying, line 15 and all. Okay, no problem, will run. What it is saying? Oh my bad, it is not dot, it is comma. So like you see the test cases are passing over here, and if you quickly submit it, yes guys, so it beats around 61%. Don't look at it, it's like if you resubmit it now, it will beat again, it will beat more than, let's check. Don't look at these things. So like I have seen many times that lead code solutions, if you resubmit your code, it will increase the percentage from 60 to 90. I have seen this. So this is how the hard problems can be treated. Let's move to the other problem of the day, and that is, this is the most interesting problem because sometimes you will get stuck. This question, the next problem is little bit theoretical too. Let's go with the other problem, and that is the other problem goes like this. The other problem is more of a modulus problem. So we in any problems, in any questions, if you ever get like something like modulus, trust me, this is what my teacher taught in quota. Just try to remove modulus as soon as you can. Try to remove modulus. Like I'll write down the problem. So the problem states like, you are given an array, and that is lead code 532. So this, don't consider it as the lead code 532. Consider is as any problems with modulus, like with mod of something, if anything is given with mod. So the technique to solve the problems with mod will be the same. Okay, we are just gonna learn the technique. I'm not like, if you want to name it as mod technique for yourself, so that you remember it every single time, because this problem you will be stuck. I also got stuck because I didn't remember what my teacher taught in quota. So we'll go with the question. The question states like, you are given an array nums and an integer k. Okay, return the number of, I'll write this statement, return the number of unique k difference pairs in the array. Okay, I'll go one by one, don't worry. So the constraints I will write later. I'll just first explain with an example. So nums given over here is 3, 1, 4, 1, 5, and the k given over here is 2. And what is the statement given in the question that says that nums of I minus nums of j should be equal to k, and this is modulus given. Okay, so this is the statement for the question. Maybe I'll pull the example little down for you guys. So this is the question, this is what the question is asking. Difference of any two numbers, I will write difference of any two number under the absolute value. So absolute value, you know guys, absolute value. Okay, I'll teach absolute. So what is this? What is this modulus operator? So if you write like in this, if you write -5, it will give you 5. If even if you write 5, it will give you 5. So this is what modulus operator does. I hope that you might have studied in class 10th and 12th. So if you need to remove this modulus operator, what we were taught earlier, can anyone let me know in the chat what we can do to remove modulus operator over here? Can anyone let me know? Can anyone let me know that what we used to do in class 12th questions, that how we used to remove that modulus operator? Remove step 1. Step 1 guys, step 1, step 01. Whenever you see questions with mod, try to remove it. Just screenshot this and make sure that this you do this every time. I have solved like many questions on this, and I have to do this only in order to make sure that you are able to solve this question. You should do this only, you should remove the modulus operator. So Aniket is saying plus minus, Mahima is saying multiply by -1, Aniket is saying for less than 0 make it negative and rest keep it positive. Okay, so like I'll agree with whatever Aniket said. So Aniket said we do a plus minus over here, and that is something like nums of I minus nums of j. Okay, and that is equals to k. Okay, so this is gonna like this. Again I need to pull it a little down. So if you see nums of I and nums of j, then again if you write over here, so if it is plus 1, then it goes like this, nums of I minus nums of j equals to k. The first statement, and the second statement goes like, if you multiply minus in this, so it will be nums of this will become positive and this will become negative. So I have written nums of j minus nums of I, that will be equals to k. So these two statements will come into picture. Okay, is this particular two statement making sense to you guys? Is this a statement making sense to you guys? Up to here, are you having any problem? Up to this point, are you having any problem, guys? (542). What is the question number? 532, Aniket. And don't solve it now. Learn how to solve questions with mod. Don't go and solve right now only. You don't have any patience, I know. Okay, so you guys don't have any problem up to this. Okay, so let's dry run this particular problem and see how we can solve this problem. So if you see indexes, I can write with green 1 2 3 4 and 5. Okay, 4. Okay, so if we take this and this index 0 and 1, that is, if we take the pairs 1 and 3, this will give you 2. The subtraction of 3 minus 1 is 2, right? First thing we got 2. Again if you got 3 minus 1, so will we be considering this 3 minus 1 again? They asked for unique different pairs. So we won't be considering 3 minus 1 or 1 3, whatever you want to, you can write it as 3 comma 1 or 1 comma 3, both are fine, no problem. So you just need to return the count. So the first one is this, and the second one is second also it is like 3 comma 1, but we won't consider it, and 3 minus 5 will give you 2. So we can write 3 comma 5. Okay, now let's check from index. Now let's check from index 1. Are we able to make 1 4? No, we won't be able to make 1 4. We won't. 1 1 it will 0. 1 5 it will 4. No. 4 1 3. No. 4 5 1. No. And 1 5. No. We won't be able to make other than 2 pairs, right? 2 unique pairs. Let me be clear. Let me like I'm writing what I am saying. So 2 unique pairs can be made whose differences, that is nums of I minus nums of j, can be k, or vice versa, nums of j minus nums of I can be k. Minus nums of j minus nums of I can be k. So there will be 2 unique pairs. Are you agreeing with this this sample input and output, guys? Is this sample input and output clear to you guys? Trust me guys, I'll also ping for homework. I'll also give you a couple of hard problems of modulus where you need to calculate a lot. I'll teach a couple of more problems on modulus so that this patterns on modulus operator gets clear to you. Any problem guys till this point of time, up to this deducing this first thing and second sample input and output, is this both making sense to you guys? Okay, a couple of more yeses guys, a couple of more yeses so that I can move ahead. Okay, now here comes the most important part. Okay. Yes. Acha, tell me one thing guys, okay, I'll give you a scenario. Just try to gather the data structures what you need and what you, in order, like if I will tell you, suppose if I'll tell you, if a k is constant, suppose we have 7 as constant, okay, and I am telling you we need 2 numbers x and y to make the sum of 7. Okay, this can be 1 comma 6 as 7, this can be 2 comma 5 as 7, this can be 3 comma 4 as 7, this can be 4 comma 3 as 7, right? Yes or no? Yes or no? Okay, this can be 2 comma 5 as 7, this can be 6 comma 1 as 7. So these all these all numbers can come as x and these all numbers can come as y. So in order to make something very unique, like if we say unique pairs, so all these 3 pairs will go out, because 3 comma 4 can be written as 4 comma 3 even, right? 2 comma 5 is written as 5 comma 2, 6 comma 1 is written as 1 comma 6. So we'll discard these 3 pairs. So what pairs we are left with? We are left with these pairs. Okay, I'll copy paste this quickly. Now, sorry guys, pardon my abusive words, sometimes it comes automatically. Okay, so if you focus over here, let's focus over here. Okay guys, let's focus. So what data structure, I want everyone to every one of you to respond. I like nine guys are watching today. What data structure will you be using in order to make sure that these pairs are unique? First thing, what data structures? Come on guys, quickly. So I'll teach you one very good thing today. Learn this. This will help you a lot in many of these questions. Many of the questions ahead while learning will use hash map. Okay. So Aniket, can you explain what all things you will be storing in hash map? There comes the logic. Aniket, can you explain what all things you will need to store something in hash map. How you will be storing these in hash map, tell me. And rest of others can come to what they will be using. Aniket is having logic to store these pairs in hash map. Guys, come on, quick. Everyone, same like 2 sum. So what we were doing? Also, you are saying prefix minus k approach. Samkit, are you saying something like prefix minus k approach? 2 sum or something like that? No, that is hash set. Okay. So you are saying hash map or hash set. I am asking about data structure, Samkit. Everyone, like, so like I am asking which data structure. Okay, keep your logic, whatever your logic you are having, logic can be implemented. What data structures are you gonna use? We can store the numbers of array in hash map. Then first, okay, you are basically saying frequency map, Samkit, not Aniket. Yes, Gaurav with hash map. Okay, Ankit with hash map, hash set. Okay, Samkit with hash set. Virus, what about you, bro? Hash set for unique values. Okay, I just want to know that what you guys are thinking. Okay, set in Python. So set and map are different things in Python, right? Set and dictionaries are different thing or whatever it is. Okay, map and set both. So Mahima came with map and set both. Mahima, can you explain that what all things you will be storing in hash map and what all things you will be storing in set? I just want you to teach very good thing, right? It will blow your mind that you will learn. I know that it won't blow your mind, but if you learn this now, you will be able to apply and impress the interviewer in front of you. Trust me, this will be very interesting. This is gonna be very interesting. Hers, are you there in the chat? Okay. So I hope I know that. Okay, only one Mahima is remaining to respond, else everyone responded. I think hers left the chat. Okay, no problem. So okay guys, I'll teach you that what is there in my mind. Okay, so guys, one thing, if we for any number we have to go till the halfway, that is different thing, that is completely different thing, Samkit, that is completely different thing. That is, you are telling about, I'll tell you what you are telling now. You are telling about that upper bound matrix and lower bound matrix. That is completely different thing, Samkit. I know that this will makes you, this is one of the best thing to reduce the number of iterations, but I'm telling you, this might not be clear to you. Okay, so guys, in order to make 7, what we can do, if we store these 3 values only, we know the sum is gonna 7 only. Okay, so if we store these 3, and if we store this only if we are able to get 6 in the array. So the, like so you guys now got confused. Okay, so I will take just imagine guys, take care, just imagine I'll take 2 hash sets. Okay, I'll explain every single thing. Don't get panicked. The first one is, we can see seen hash set or visited, if you are visited hash set. The second one is pairs hash set. I'll teach you, this will blow your mind. Just hold on, just bear with me for a couple of minutes. So you came across like 1 2 3 4 5 6, Hana. So you came first, you see if 7 minus 1 exists in the like seen hash set, it says No, it's not exist. Scene has set is empty. So we'll write scene over here. I'll quickly rub this out. We'll write scene over here, and then it is like pairs 1. So scene will say 7 minus 1 6. Is there 6 exists in scene has set? It says no. So we'll say no problem. We'll just add scene. We just add 1 in the scene and we'll move forward to the next. Now the next says 7 minus 2. 5 exists? No. So we'll just write 2 in the scene, and there is no one in pairs has set. Okay. Again, if you move 7 minus 3, it will give you 4. So over here, what I want to say is, over here this hash set, the second hash set is of only one int type. Earlier, like in hash map, we used to store two things, the int comma int, but in this we are going to store only one int. This is what the magic is. Okay, just hold on. 7 minus 3, 4 doesn't exist in scene array, so we'll just add 3. Now comes the main part. Okay, we'll remove everything. If you see, if we check 7 minus 4, now we are on the index 4. This is 3. 3 is already in scene, guys. 3 is already there in scene array. So now we know that we have two numbers 4 and 3, which gives you the sum 7. So if and only if we store any of these two, we'll make sure that okay, the pair is unique, because if 3 is fixed and 7 is fixed, then only 4 will come, because we need to calculate the sum. So if anyone, like if we store the smaller number only in the hash set, just imagine if we store the smaller number or larger number, whatever you want to take. So if we store the smaller number, okay, so we are storing the smaller number in the hash set, which says 3. So we stored 3 in the pairs. Okay, we are sure when we store this, because 3 already existed, like 7 minus 4, 3 is there in the scene array, and we know that we have two numbers now in our range from here to here, which gives us to 7. So we can either store 4 or we can either store 3. So we'll take one. We'll take either the higher side of the pair, higher side or the lower side. So higher side was 4 and the lower side was 3. You can choose one of it. I chose 3. So I saved 3 over here in the pairs array. Now pairs has set. Now if you move ahead, you will go to 5. So 7 minus 5 will give you 2. 2 already exists in scene array. Over here you will add 4. 2 already exists in scene array. So we'll check 2 plus 5 is 7. Now we have two numbers which gives you 7. If we only store these two, our work will be done. Our work is to count unique elements. So if 2 is fixed and 7 is fixed, then the only output will be 5 only. We don't need to bother to store the two numbers. We can only store one number and our task will be done. We can only store one number. We just need to store one number. We don't need to store these two numbers. We don't have to panic for like, okay, we have to store 2 and we have to store 5 in order to make the unique characters. No, you just need to store 2, the smaller, or you need to store the 5, the larger, whatever you want to store, because we have one thing fixed for now, that is our k. The k is 7 over here. If you store 2, if you store 3, if you store 1, that's fine. The others will be automatically calculated, and we are storing then only if we are able to make the sum 7, right? So over here it will go like 2 and then it will go like 1. So we don't need to store two numbers like 2 comma 5, 3 comma 4, 1 comma 6. We don't need to store something like this. We can only store 1, 2 and 3. Our task is done. Just remember this. With this trick you will be able to impress the interviewer if you are doing this. If such question arises in your interview, if you are able to store only the minimum of it, just write a comment, okay, storing minimum of the pairs. That will guarantee you the uniqueness of the pair. So are you able to get me or catch me what I said, guys? I ignored everything in the chat. Okay, guys, are you okay? So I'll now I'll be reading the comments. Guys, are you able to get this out? Are you able to get this trick? That for storing pairs, you need to store only higher or lower side of it, because in order to get the pair, you will be always having a constant k fixed. I'll teach you. In order to get the pairs, you will be having a k constant fixed. Either this is a multiplicative factor, divisive factor, plus and addition and subtraction factors. So k will be fixed. If you store anything lower bound or higher bound of it, you will be guaranteeing the uniqueness of that particular pair, because other will be definitely the same. So let me know if you are able to get it, or shall I re-explain? Guys, come on, respond quickly. Guys, come on, guys, respond it quickly. I'm waiting for your response. Are you clear about this particular approach? How to store, re-explain, okay? Okay, couple of more re-explains and I'll re-explain, no problem. But just let me know that are you able to get this? For guaranteeing the uniqueness of a pair, you can store either lower or upper bound. If you store a lower bound, fine, you are storing lower bound and you can carry on. You can store every lower bound of the every pair in the hash set just with one integer and your task is done. Sometimes we used to store pair as a class in the hash set to check, and like we have to carry a lot of mess in our head. So this trick will work over there. Okay, Aniket Joshi with the re-explanation. Okay guys, a couple more, like I got that. Okay, you want me to re-explain? Okay, guys, a couple of more response, guys. Whosoever is there, like 8 guys are there, 8 people are there. Can you respond, guys? Like at least respond, yaar. I'm talking and like I'm doing everything for you guys and you are not even responding. Why? Just respond now. What's the problem in responding? I'm asking for you only, not for me. Yes, I like 4 guys responded out of 8. I don't know that. What is the problem in responding for you guys? Guys, respond. I just want to know that how many of you got it and how many of you are still to get. Yes, correct, Samkit. Pairs length will be our answer, right? Yes, correct. Yes, Samkit, yes, Bhai Sahab. Paras now commented. My God, for the first time I think Paras commented in the complete chat. Great boy, you are on the right track. Okay, चलो we'll re-explain. ठीक है. अच्छा, सपोज सब कुछ भूल जाओ, क्वेश्चन भी भूल जाओ अपना, ठीक है, सब कुछ भूल जाओ. I have given you a problem and I asked you to solve this problem. Just you need to find unique pair. First thing is unique pair. unique pair of numbers from 1 to n, 1 to like anything 8, which gives you the sum as 9. Okay, unique pair. So in the bracket of unique pair, like 1 comma 8 is there and 8 comma 1 will also be there. So are these two pairs unique? No, they are not unique. Okay, so you can either take 1 comma 8 or 8 comma 1. First of all, is this point clear to you guys? These two pairs are not unique, because if we write like this, they will be same only. The inner value, the values of them are same only, they are just reversed, so they are not unique. So is this point making sense to you guys? Yes, I hope that this point makes sense to you guys now. So first thing is 1 comma 8, the second will go like 2 comma 7, third one will go like 3 comma 6, fourth one will go 4 comma 5, and now from here 5 comma 4, 6 comma 3, 7 comma 2 and 8 comma 1, they will be repeated. Okay, yes or no? They will be repeated. Is this point up to here making sense to you guys? Okay, so over here I am saying num1 plus num2 is giving you a sum k. The k over here is 9. Anything can be num1, anything can be num2. Okay, अब मुझे एक बात बताओ गाइस, अगर इसमें से कोई भी एक नंबर, इफ आई स्टोर ओनली वन नंबर फ्रॉम हियर, दैट इज लेट्स से 8, आई एम जस्ट सेइंग if I am storing 8, then what is it the guarantee that 1 will only come over here in order to make it 9? Are you first agreeing with this? If I store 8 in one of the values, then the other values will be filled by 1 only in order to make it 9. Is this point making sense? Come on guys. So if one value of this is fixed and this is also fixed, there is a guarantee, 100% guarantee, then this value will not change ever. There will be a guarantee that this value won't change ever. Like just suppose if we store 2 plus 7, that is equals to 9, and if we omit this 2, can you replace anything other than 2 over here guys? Or in our example we have stored the minimum one, na? So I will remove this. So if we say, if we have 2 over here, so can you replace this with anything other than 7? Can you replace in order to make this 9? Can you replace anything other than 7? Can you replace? No, you can't replace, because 2 of the constants are fixed. So if you store either 2 or 7 in hash set, let's say we are going with a lower number, like whichever number is smaller, we will store that. It's like num1, if num1 is smaller than num2, we will store num1 only. If num2 is smaller than num1, we will store num2 only. So whichever number is smaller, we will store that number in our hash set. So if we store 2, so will it guarantee that okay, there is a pair 2 comma 7 or 7 comma 2, that pair is guaranteed unique in order to make the sum 9? Yes or no? Anytime, like if 7 comes again, if like suppose if we are iterating 1 2 3 4 and if we come up to 7, so what will be our case? Our case will be 7 plus 2 is equals to 9. So we will check which one of them is smaller one, we will say 2 is smaller one, please store the 2 in our hash set. That will say okay, storing 2 already exist, no problem. So this 7 comma 2 pair won't be stored in our hash set. This will guarantee you the uniqueness of a pair. Is this making sense now? Is this point making sense to you guys? What if num1 equals to 6, num1 equals to k? So in that case also this will work, Samkit. Try and think, I leave it up to you. Try and think this will work. Think, this will work, don't worry, this will work. If num1 and num2 both are same thing, then like we don't, just think of it, this will work, Samkit. Okay, if you go at same example of a lead code question number 532, question number 3, there are two numbers with 1 and they are asking for k equals to 0. Guys, are you able to get this logic that okay, we don't need hash map or anything else, we just need to store a hash set with one number and the other constant is fixed, that is 9. If you store the lower or upper bound, even if you store 7, that is fine, upper bound is also fine. Like then we have to store the upper bound for all, like 7, then 6 plus 3 is 9, then 5 plus 4 is 9, then 8 plus 1 is 9. So this is the upper bound set. So if you store these two, it is also fine, no problem. But store only one, don't need to, we need not to store, like we don't have to store both of the pairs, like both of the numbers in the pair. We just need to store one, that will guarantee you the uniqueness of that particular pair. This will make sure that interviewer will be impressed if you are writing this kind of codes. This is like, okay guys, like a few more yeses guys. Only Samkit is responding, like Harshit bhai, Aniket, Mahima, whosoever is there, let me know guys, let me know quickly so that I can move ahead and get back to my question, previous question. Guys, come on, quick. Okay. Got it. Understood. Yes. A couple of more yeses, guys. Yes, clear. Okay. A couple of more yeses, guys. Yes. Okay. So let's get back to our question again. What was our question? So our question was either you store 1 comma 3 or you store 3 comma 1. You store minimum of it or maximum of it in the hash set and then you will be able to calculate for it. So do I need to write the question for the same, example for the same? Like, is this question making sense to you guys? Same question, we need to check the both cases, or maybe I can code it for you. You want me to code? You want me to code this, guys? Lead code question number 532. Okay, maybe I can code it for you. Oh, crazy, guys, crazy. Okay, guys, I'll code and this will be the last problem for the day. We'll conclude the day today. I'm sharing the other screen. Okay guys, let's leave it. Okay, so it is saying this. Okay, so what we can do, first of all, we'll write int n is equals to nums dot length. Yes, right. Again, we have two cases, we'll consider them later. Hash set of integers, and that will we say, either we'll say set or scene array, scene hash set. we have seen it, is equals to new hash set. Okay, and the others will be pairs hash set, not pair, that will be also of integer, the name will be pair, integer equals to new hash set. Okay, now let's get back to our problem. So it says like our difference should be 2. So 3 minus 1 could be 2 or 1 minus 3 could be minus 2. Anything is possible. Okay. So as we have said that okay, I minus nums of I minus nums of j will be k, or nums of j minus nums of I will be k. So we'll be considering both the cases over here for int I equals to 0, I less than n, and I plus plus. Great, not smaller n, capital N. And if we say if scene dot contains, right, if scene dot contains nums of I minus k, okay, nums of I minus k. So guys, over here this is the one case, else if scene dot contains this is the first case where we are checking nums of j. Just hold on guys, I need to rethink. So you can solve this question in order of n square guys. नहीं just hold on ना, hold on हाँ ना, नहीं दोनों केस चेक करना पड़ेगा, एक ही में चेक नहीं कर सकते हैं, एक सेकेंड रुक जाओ. And then we can add scene dot add, what we can add, we can add scene dot add whatever the nums of I is. Okay, and now if we check what we can do, अगर वो होता है तो pairs dot add, what do we want to store, we want to store the smaller or the greater side, whatever side we want to store, like we can store anything of it. Scene dot contains what, scene dot contains if like suppose if we have 3 went into hash set. Okay, 3 minus 2 is 3 minus 2 is 1, so we'll be storing okay, we'll be adding smaller side can be directly added, control Z. Yes, let's check if I'm writing it correct or not. I have not memorized the code, just hold on. And then we can also check if nums of I plus k. So over here if we are storing the smaller one na guys, we are storing the smaller one na, so nums of I minus k. So over here which one will be smaller, just you do by yourself, I am just writing code for sake of happiness for you guys. So this will be smaller because if we add anything to it, this if you add something to a number, then that will definitely get bigger, because if k is greater than 0, it will obviously increase the it will obviously be on the higher side than this, so we are storing lower over here. And if we are subtracting something from it, then we are storing, so we are storing lower over here guys, as I discussed, storing lower side of the pair. Okay, and we can simply return pair dot size, right. Let's check if this code runs or if this is failing. Okay, this said that, oh, I have written pairs, guys, just hold on. And pair, simple spelling mistake, guys. Okay, I hope that we should. Okay, okay, now the test case is passing, saying that just one thing, guys, k is given as 2. Okay, great. K is given as 2. K is given as 2. Nums of I. So एक ही में दोनों ऐड कर सकते हैं. नहीं, just hold on. Something is like fishy over here. You can like guys, you can calculate this on your own in order of n square time. I didn't taught you how to calculate this in order of n square time. So don't expect me to teach you to calculate these things in order of n square time. If you are like expecting me to teach you in order of n square time, then you are at wrong place. I am just teaching you how to optimize things, like how to think better every time. Output is 4 and expected is 5. Okay, something is missing, boys. Okay, scene dot contains yes, I'm doing, I think whatever I'm doing is great only. I'm storing that, if that is there, I'm storing that nums of I, I'm storing everything on the lower side, right? What is the issue? Let's check. Array, let's check with ChatGPT here. Don't waste our time. Yes. Let's see what cases it's making. So the cases which is missing is store smaller. Only for this test cases is not running. It should not. Num minus k, and they are storing num minus k. Since pair dot add num, I am also doing the same thing, right? Okay. Oh, okay. Got it. What is the difference? I'll tell you. Okay. Yes. Sorry, guys. Sorry. My bad, guys. My bad. I got it. What was the difference? I might not have written as else if. So the else if over made over there made the problem, because like for 2 and 2 4, so it will only calculate for the first time and it won't calculate for the second time. Like so that is how it is making sense. You go do dry run. I will give you my code into Python, and I'll ask it to write this in Python. Write this in Python. So this is how Python codes looks, guys. Okay, and same in C++. Just hold on. Okay, just take a pause and you can check the same code everywhere, guys. Okay, that is it for today. We have concluded day 12 for the arrays, and tomorrow is like गणपति's फेस्टिवल. तो आप लोग से हम यही उम्मीद करते हैं कि बहुत सारा आप लोग क्वेश्चन लगाइए, पूजा पाठ कीजिए, मस्त रहिए, खुश रहिए, मुस्कुराते रहिए. We will not have any sessions tomorrow. Try to finish everything whatever there is in your queue by tomorrow. Make sure you finish your backlog by tomorrow. That is it from my side, guys. Bye. Take care.